Hey everybody, this is Deb. This is Crone Sculpting. We talk about weight loss, especially over 40. Every Friday I post something I did right, something I did wrong, and either a product or a theory to snap out of. And today this is gonna be controversial, but it's the truth. Metabolic damage. Snap out of it. All these studies have come out about metabolic damage and how if you eat too little for too long, you ruin your metabolism forever and all. And okay, and I feel like the diet gurus out there whose diets just aren't working for people, that is their go-to excuse, metabolic damage. Because before my diet, which is the only diet, the right diet, the only way to live, you ate these other diets that are bad diets, and now you're damaged and mine won't work for you. I think that's bullshit. Yes, I'm aware of the studies that are out there. And what I've, in my very non-nutritionist, non-professional way, just good old common sense, what I get from that is that, yeah, if you start a diet, any diet of any kind, and you restrict your calories too much and you exercise too much and you go too hard too fast, you're taxing your body to the extent that you can't go anywhere else. You can't go up from there. And you're training your body to survive on very little calories and a high output of activity. And that's going to give you trouble. So what we can learn from that is to stay moderate, go slow, and graduate up and exercise in different things. Calm down, do it what they've said for years, take it off slowly, don't get in a hurry, do it healthy, don't starve yourself. We know that already. The metabolic damage studies that are out there have confirmed that. That's good. But what a lot of people are taking that is that it's just, you're damaged forever and it takes a lot to recover from that and it's just horrible. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional in any area of health. But doesn't common sense say, now you tell me if I'm crazy, doesn't common sense say that if that were true, all of the Holocaust, all of the people who were in the concentration camps who had starved for long periods of time would have all been obese? Doesn't it suggest that anorexia could only happen once? Like you can restrict yourself to 800 calories or 500 calories, whatever they do a day, and get down to 85 pounds. But then once you gain that weight back, you'd never be able to lose it again. And we know that's not the case. Anorexics relapse and fight that for a very long time. It's a horrible, devastating thing. I have been on every crash diet imaginable, liquid diets, eat a sensible shake for breakfast and eat a shake for breakfast and a shake for lunch and a sensible meal. Like you can do that when you're starving to death at 5 p.m. after you've worked all day. You're chewing on your arm as you drive through McDonald's. We've all done that. I've been on very low calorie diets. I have exercised my butt off while having horribly tiny amounts of food in a day, literally starving myself to try to lose weight. It didn't work, or it did, and then I rebounded back very quickly once I tried to eat like a normal human again. A lot of us have done that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't let that message of metabolic damage get in your head and convince you that because you've done some of those things, that's why the diet isn't working, that's why you're having problems. If the diet isn't working and you're having problems, either you're not eating correctly, maybe you're doing low carb and you need to be vegan, maybe you're vegan and you need to be low carb, maybe you're low carb but you need to you need to tweak some things, maybe you need to restrict calories a little, maybe you don't, maybe you need to go up in calories, but you can still lose weight. After turning 40, after being diagnosed with a thyroid condition, I've lost 54 pounds to date. And I'm still losing. I have about 26 pounds now that I want to lose. And I have no doubt that I'm going to get there. But there was a time where I had these thoughts in my head. After 40, it's hard. If you have a thyroid condition, it's hard. After a hysterectomy, it's hard. And then now there's metabolic damage that everybody's going, oh, if I were still 55 pounds heavier, I'd be really freaking out going, what is the point in even trying? Like, look at all these things I've got stacked against me. Forget that. I've lost weight despite all of these things. I'm not saying it's not trickier. I'm not saying you gotta, you don't have to get creative, but it can be done. If that were a death sentence to a normal weight, all of the Holocaust survivors, anybody who's ever had anorexia would be obese and have stayed obese. They would have fought weight their whole lives. We would have heard about that at some point, right? All of the concentration camp survivors, all of the people that have ever had anorexia, and they're not the only ones that have starved. There's all sorts of populations of people who have starved throughout the world, throughout history. If metabolic damage was a done deal, all of those people would have been obese from that point on, right? Right? So, yeah, don't starve yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't go too fast, too soon. But stay the course, build some muscle, eat the right foods for you. And it's not going to come off perfectly and magically, but the weight will come off. You can still do this. So snap out of that negative programming that people are trying to give us about metabolic damage. It makes things tricky for some of us for a short time. But a lot of us recover and lose weight and get healthy and do just fine. And you can too. Okay. I'm going to try to find some interesting stuff to put in the description box about metabolic damage, just in case you haven't heard about it, so you can get some more perspective on it. But anytime you see anything in the diet industry, you gotta remember there's people trying to sell you stuff and trying to give you excuses for why their stuff that they've already sold you isn't working. Stay the course. You can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I don't have a personal trainer. I don't have a lot of money. I can't buy supplements and all organic stuff. I've been able to do this just like a normal person on a limited budget. You can too. I'm going to help you. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see what I have to talk about next Friday. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.